Hello, how are you? My name is Ruth and you are very welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my team project pan update. So this is my first update. I'll link below my intro video in case you missed it. So it'll kind of explain it all to you. Very quickly, the girls that have created this are Kat and Hailey from Beauty News. So I'll link the Beauty News channel and their individual channels as well. And they're definitely worth checking out because Kat especially is where I actually learnt about project panning initially and kind of delved into the world of project panning from there and really, got lost in it. And eventually, I'm after knocking over all my bits, eventually got into this kind of wanting to do my channel and do project panning. Anyway, I'll get on with it. I'm flustered now because I'm after knocking everything on the ground, but we'll be fine. So I'm going to go through them as I did in my intro. So literally each one, I have a few empties, which is exciting, which means I'll be able to roll some in. To be fair though, I did have some gimme products in the initial intro, but I needed that to kind of help get myself going. And hopefully next month, products that hadn't, have just had progress this time around, maybe will be finished next month. So hopefully every month there'll be a few empties and there'll be new products rolling in hopefully every month as well. So the first product that I had is a Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood filter. Now, the only issue with this is I can't really see how much I've used. There is some windows happening, but it's very hard. It's a horrible packaging, if I'm being honest, for such an expensive product. But you can see it's a glass top, so it's not like you can take a stopper out and you can't really see down in. I tried putting a spatula in to scrape down the sides. You can't because it doesn't bend. I saw Elaine from Makeup, she did a video on useful tools, makeup tools, and she had one of these kind of rubber spatulas that could get in and bend around. So I'm going to see if I can get one of those because I think that might help, because the one I have is a metal spatula, so it's no good to me. But I did weigh it at the start. Hopefully I'll have worked out at this stage how to get pictures up on the screen. I think I might have it. There's a chance I might not. If not, apologies. If I have, you'll see on the screen. But basically this started at 127 grams and it is now at 125. And that is on, I bought actually one of the little weighing scales, which I was very excited about. Only another panner would understand why I would be so excited when that came in the post. But yeah, so at least now I can measure everything accurately. So yeah, it's actually 125 exactly. So look, it's gone down a bit. I use it every time I do my makeup, nearly every time. Beautiful product, not worth the money in my opinion, and to the best of my knowledge, she's no longer cruelty free, so I wouldn't be repurchasing it anyway. But that's the first item. Next item, I'm delighted to say, is my foundation. So this is the LA Girl foundation. So there is two foundations, I believe, in the range. One is a matte one and one is this one, which is the illuminating foundation. And if you like glowy skin, and if you have maybe a drier skin type or a more mature skin type like I would, I prefer a more illuminating product. I just feel it's a bit more flattering on the skin. But yeah, it's all gone. I have it all finished. I'm delighted. I got cotton bud in there and really scraped it out and got every last bit out of it. So I'm thrilled that that is finished. It's one of my older foundations as well. So it's done, it's dusted. I would purchase this again because it was a lovely foundation. But yeah, I'm thrilled. That's one out of my collection. Only 19 to go. And I mean foundations, 19 to go. Yeah. Next up is my concealer. So this is the Revlon Color Stay concealer. Now this is another one that it's hard to see progress on. Now, to be fair, I only use this on my eyelids. I don't use it on my face at all. The shade isn't quite right for my face if I was to highlight it and brighten. But also it's a bit of a dry formula and I just don't like what that would do to my under eyes. But it's perfect as an eyelid primer for me. I do need something thicker because my eyes can react to some eyeshadows, whereas this kind of gives me a barrier between that happening. And I don't seem to have any issues with it creasing or anything like that. And because it's colour stay as well, it seems to be prolonging my eyeshadow as well. But I did weigh it again, so it came in at 191.4 and it's now 190 exactly. So it has gone down a bit, which is fantastic. So if I saw progress like that every month, I'd be thrilled, because like I said, I only use it on my eyelids, but I use it every time I do my eyeshadow, so it will get consistent use. So yeah, I would imagine that product will probably be in all year, but that's fine. There has to be some products that are going to be taking the full year to do. Next up is my, again, Charlotte Tilbury. Probably way too reflective, yeah. But yeah, I do think we've had a nice bit of, sorry, it doesn't, yeah, a nice bit of progression on the pan. Again, hopefully I'll have a picture up on the screen kind of showing you where we were last month. Now, weight-wise, devastating. 56.33 when I brought it in. Used it every single time I did my makeup. Now, granted, I'm not a very heavy powder user, I just kind of do the T-zone. 57.3, 0.03 of a gram. Use it every time. What is going on? Is there someone coming in the middle of the night and putting some of their powder into my powder? I don't know. You don't know. But there we have it. So, look, I'll just keep tipping away at it. It's not my favourite powder. I'll just keep tipping away with it, and hopefully, you know, maybe the pan difference will be more encouraging is the word I'm looking for going forward. But yeah, disappointed with how little that has gone down, but I suppose it's only a powder and the powder is light, so yeah, anyway. Next up is my Chanel cream bronzer, my Chanel Tan de Chanel, and I can show you, et voila, it is all gone. Thrilled. Not that it's gone, because I actually loved the product, but I'm thrilled that I've used it up. Be coming up this month actually. It'll be 3 years old. 2 years, maybe 3. That's bad. It still smelled fine though, and it still worked the exact same way, but I am delighted that it's finished now, because it was getting to that point where you couldn't really, you know, it being a cream product, you couldn't have kept using it. Expensive product. It was a treat for my birthday a few years back. I had wanted it for a long time and I treated myself to it. Not cruelty free, won't be repurchasing it again. I do believe they've changed the formula anyway, and it isn't as good as the old one, so that's another good point. So I'm on the hunt now for a nice cream bronzer. I'm between the Fenty one and the Milk Makeup Gel, the bronzer stick that everyone loves. So those are the kind of two I'm humming and hawing about. If you have an opinion either way, please let me know, because I'm, you know, I need advice. So do let me know, because I don't want to be wasting my money either, because neither are exactly cheap. So, you know, I want to make sure I'm getting the best value for money. But yeah, I'm thrilled that's another empty out. Next, in case you want to have my sheet down here of the items and the weights and all that. Next up is my the primer spray. So this is Prime and Infuse. So if you can see there, that's where I was the last time. Poor choice of nail polish this time, but that's where I'm down to now. So again, that's a fairly accurate, consistent use. So I would imagine the next time I should be down to where it says the hyaluronic acid. I don't know if you can see it just there, it's hard to see in these bottles. But yeah, I don't think I'll be quite finished it, but I think I'll be close enough though. I wouldn't think there's 2 months left in this. There's definitely only a month and a half or so. So yeah, I'm happy with the progress on that one. Love that spray. I've only been using that spray at the moment because I haven't really been leaving the house much. I've been just doing my makeup for me at home and for these videos. So what it does is it just takes down the powdery look for me. I wouldn't say or suggest that would make your makeup last any longer. It certainly wouldn't. I have my Urban Decay All-Nighter for that purpose, and I'm saving it for when I get back to work, hopefully next week, because that definitely wouldn't help my makeup last any longer. Next up is the NYX Wonder Eye Pencil. Haven't used it, maybe twice. Haven't sharpened it. No change in weight. It is what it is. I wouldn't be surprised if that's still here at the end of the year, because to get to that point, like that's nearly 3 years old. Getting to that point, because you only use the tiniest little bit in your eyes. Now I know some people kind of use it around their lips, and maybe I should do something like that, and some use it as kind of like a concealer under the brows. I thought maybe I'll look at using it like that, but I don't like wasting products either just for the sake of using them up. But I'll try those and just see if it works for me. If it doesn't work, I won't keep doing it, but no harm trying it. Can I look in there? Is my lipstick a bit? Oh no, it's okay. I thought it was going a bit skewy, but we're alright. Next up is the It Superhero Mascara. Now, I did think I'd get a little bit longer out of this, but it has gone very flaky and very goopy, and just, yeah, it's not doing my lashes any favours at the moment. I'm noticing black all over under my eyes, and it was never claimed to be waterproof. No, but definitely of late I've noticed as well, it just seems to be transferring a lot more. So yeah, I'm calling it done. Look I got a good 3 months out of this tiny little travel size or sample size or whatever you want to call it. I think it's well worth it, because I rarely keep my mascaras more than 3 months anyway. So if I was paying for the big tube, why would you? So I would consider purchasing this again, but I'd need to have a good waterproof mascara to layer over it, just to kind of lock everything in place. But I did like how my lashes looked when I was using it, if that makes sense. But just with me and my watery eyes, it's not enough on its own. I'd have to try and find something to go over it. What have I got next? So the ones that fell on the floor. I'm sorry, apologies. I'm back. Next up is the Max Factor brow pencil. So this is done and dusted, nothing left, can't squeeze any more out of it. She done. It was fine. You know what, it was a grand pencil. I bought it as an emergency because I had gone away for a weekend without a brow pencil. So it served its purpose. It's not cruelty free. I wouldn't repurchase it anyway, so I'm glad that it wasn't particularly great. But it's done, and it's a cruelty free item out of my collection, so I'm happy about that. Next is my Revolution Brow Mascara. The writing, I don't know why I'm even showing it, because the writing's completely gone off it. But it's always nice, I think, to see the wands, and these nice small little wand, which for me, who has no lashes whatsoever, it suits me. I can't abide those brow mascaras that have a big brush, because I have no brows. Unfortunately, I was a teenager in the 90s where the rage was to have just one kind of brow hair to do the whole face, and we plucked them like crazy, and now they won't grow back. Here, grow back everywhere else in your body, but apparently not in your eyelashes. So yeah, I like a small brow brush. So yeah, this is actually going along nicely. I didn't realise until I weighed it, because obviously you can't see any progress, but it came in at 93.1 and it's now at 91.8. So I'm quite happy with that progress. I'm pleased with that. I have noticed the formula's got a lot wetter, which is unusual, because I usually find mascara products in general, get drier as time goes by, but this seems to have got a bit more fluid, which is odd. I don't know what that's about, but I'll keep using it anyway for this next month and see if I notice any other changes in it. I do have it over a year, so maybe it's something to do with that. I'm probably not as diligent as I am with my eye mascaras. Probably because they're on your brows and it's not going near your eyes, so I'm not as concerned. But anyway, we'll go another month with this anyway, definitely, and see how we get on. And if I notice any other changes, it might need to come out. Otherwise, I'll let it keep going. So that's my mascara. Next up is my eyeliner pencil. Now, I'm calling it done on this. It's not technically finished, but okay, this is how much we have left. Okay, and if you look here at the back, the bit that was on the end of the pencil, so I had really shoved this in here so that I could get purchase on it to sharpen it, but didn't the feckin' thing get stuck inside in the cap, and I cannot get it out. I used tweezers, I used pliers, I tried everything to get this stupid thing out, but now you see it won't, it just keeps falling out of the packaging. And do you know what, it's irritating me, and it owes me nothing. It owes me, look at it, teeny little I know there's a bit left in it, and if I was a hardcore panner, I'm sure I'd get every last bit, but I'm good with it. I can sleep at night, I'm happy. She done. and I'm going to let her go. Pity they're not cruelty free, because they actually are a fantastic pencil. If you're not cruelty free or anything like that, they're a sensational pencil, because they are creamy going on without being so creamy that they kind of move around, and they last so long. Their lasting power is fantastic. So sad to see it go, but it's irritating me now, so it has to go. It was, did I have, yeah, it came in at 3 grams and it's now 1.92, so I did get use out of it in this month, so you know, that's good. Next up, I really thought this would be finished, and I'm kind of just like, what? Look at the little bit that's left. Wouldn't that just drive you mad? But it's still there, so it's still going. I've used this as a lipstick nearly every time I've done my makeup, and it's been reapplied. I've used it as a cream blush on 4 occasions, and the little is still going. Look at this, will be gone next month, and at least it'll be something else to be rolled out. According to my measurements, it came in at 10.71 and it's now 10.58, so it doesn't even seem to have gone down that much, but I've used it so much. I mean, if this isn't a lesson to us all as to how long lip products last, and they just don't die. But yeah, so that is the Marc Jacobs. Do you know what? These are great value. If you see these little Marc Jacobs kits somewhere, they're well worth it, because the lipsticks, I have another one, and it'll probably take me a year to use that one, but they're just worth it. They're worth every penny. Why would you be going off buying the big one when, if you're anything like me, you just love having loads of different types, colours, finishes, you know what I mean? You like to have loads of different lip products. So when you can buy this size, why not? Now, having said that, it was a beautiful colour as well. I really, if anyone knows, this is in a role play, the new nudes. If anybody knows of a cheaper version of this, because we don't actually have these small little kits in Ireland. I got this in Sephora France, and God knows when I'll get to France again with the pandemic the way it is. So if anybody knows any place that, or knows of a dupe for this, please let me know, because I love the shade and I've nothing else in my collection quite the same. It's a lovely kind of brownish pink, which is a really enjoyable colour for me. So yeah, please let me know if you know of a dupe for this. But it's still going, should be here till next month. Next up, June perfume. Haven't used it. Not even once. No point in wearing it. It's exactly the same. I haven't left the house, didn't see the point in putting it on, wasting perfume just for the sake of wasting it. I'm just not about that life. It's no, not happening. Same goes for my Bondi Sands tan. Haven't used it. Again, where am I going? You know, at least if I was going to work, which again, like I said, hopefully I will be next month, fair enough. You know, I'd use it, but I'm not going anywhere, and I'm not just wasting it. I'm not putting it on for the sake of putting it on. Next up is my almond body oil. So that's got kind of nice usage on it. So the red mark is for every wear. Really picked the wrong nail polish to try and show you where I'm at. But yeah, so look, I'm happy with that. That is a nice bit of use. I reckon I probably have about 2 months left in this, give or take. And that's great, because at that stage then the weather will have started to warm up and I won't be as keen on having an oil. I'd rather something that kind of maybe dries a little bit faster. So yeah, that'll be perfect timing. And next we have my shampoo, which was the Cyan shampoo. So this is the, I always forget, Little. Cyan is Little, Lacura is Aldi. So Little and Aldi, same kind of place. Don't think you have them in the States. You have Aldi, maybe not Lidl. And this is one of the home brands for one of the ranges. So this is the shampoo. I was down there, so I hadn't much left. But as I said in my intro, I'm a demon for starting and not finishing products like this. So I'm delighted. It's finished. It's done. I would definitely repurchase. It's cruelty-free alternative to Head and Shoulders. And it's an anti-dandruff shampoo. And it does exactly what it says in the tin. If you have any issues with dandruff, then this will work. So yeah, I'm delighted. That's another empty for this month. And we're getting towards the end, I promise. This is the Pantene 3-Minute Miracle, the Superfood Full and Strong. So I was here at the intro and now I'm down to here. Some nice consistent use on it there. I use it every time I shampoo my hair. At the moment that's maybe 2 or 3 times a week. And yeah, I find it fantastic and find it's doing great things for my hair. I have a few backups of this. Maybe not the superfood specifically, but this kind of product. So yeah, once this is gone, I'll be working on another one, but that is still tipping away and I'm happy enough with that. SPF, I've only used it twice. And I'm not being bold or anything, it's just I haven't really left the house in the daytime. So I haven't even weighed this or marked it because there's just no point. If I've used it twice, it's going to be negligible, the amount of product that has gone out of it. But again, hopefully this month, February, the evenings are getting longer, so hopefully I'll be getting out a bit more in the sunlight and I'll be using this a bit more. But again, I wasn't going wasting it. It's an expensive product. I do want to use it up this year, but not in a wasteful way. So this is going to continue on. My heat protection spray, Care and Protect. I have used this a couple of times. I forgot to weigh it at the intro. So I have weighed it this time around, so we'll compare to next time. Although there isn't much left in it. I feel like we're probably down to around maybe here around the Care and Protect writing there, possibly. Yeah, trying to see it against the ring light there. See, no, can't see anything. But yeah, look, if it's not finished by next time, that's okay. But I do want to be consistent with using it because, you know, I put a couple of curls, not that you notice, in my hair today, and I used this beforehand, and I need to be more consistent with that because I need to protect my hair if I wanted to get any healthier. And last but not least is the Black Sugar Honey Mask Wash Off. Okay, and this, as you can see, is finito. So another empty, so I'm delighted with that. I got about 3 uses out of it from when I introduced it. Beautiful smelling, grand, nothing special about it. Wouldn't run out and repurchase it even if they were cruelty free. You know, skin softening exfoliating mask that contains brown sugar and moisturising honey for soft glowing skin. I suppose it exfoliated a little bit maybe, but I didn't notice any wondrous results, so not one that I'd be too bothered with. So last but not least, we're going to introduce some products in, which is exciting. So if you watched my project 10 uses, I had brought this one in, which is the Max Factor Miracle Touch Foundation, and I was quite surprised with how much I liked it. So I thought, you know what, it's an older product, and it's not cruelty free, so I need to kind of, use it up. So yeah, this is coming in as my foundation. So you can see it there. I have used a bit. There's a bit of a dip going in it because, like I said, I was using it in my project 10 uses. But I hadn't used it a whole lot before that. So, and I really like it. It's a very enjoyable product to use. So I'm looking forward to using that. And can't see that it'll be finished next month. That's just unrealistic if I'm being honest. But I'd like to see that dent really kind of progress and maybe have a little bit of pan in it. I don't know. We'll see. If I'm back at work, I think it's possible, because if I'm back at work, I'll be wearing makeup more or less every day, but definitely 5 days a week. So yeah, I hope I'll at least have hit pan in it maybe. But even if I don't, I'm not too worried about it because it's just coming in fairly fresh. So that is the first item. In for my face mask, I'm bringing in the Ren Glycolic Lactic Radiance Renewal Mask. So this is the face mask I have coming in. You can see in the marking it there, we're right up here at the top. I've used it twice just to make sure that it doesn't affect my skin adversely in any way, and it seems to be fine. So you know what, if I was consistent with this and used it kind of once a week, mightn't be finished it, but I'd be close to it, I'd say, because it's small enough. It's only 15 ml. And, you know, with a cream like this, you do need to, you know, put a nice bit on. So maybe, you know, because I do like to do face masks, and it is possible that I would do one once a week. So we'll see how we get on. Maybe that'll be going out again next week. If it is, great, because I have loads of other face masks in my collection that I need to work through. Next we have a new mascara. So this is the Glam and Doll Lash Colorist. So this is it here. This is the wand, so it's a plastic wand, and as you can see it kind of tapers a little bit. It claims that it's a semi-permanent volume mascara, so that would suggest that it tints the eyelashes a little bit. Lash, dear God, lads, I think it's time for me to get glasses. Volume and length. Yeah, I've used it once or twice. I won't lie to you, it's not my favourite. I've definitely tried other in this Glam and Doll range by Catrice that I've enjoyed more. But yeah, excuse me, it's coming in and we'll see how we get on with it. I'm not adverse to tossing a budget mascara like that. If it's not working out for me, I'm not going to persevere if it's streaming or flaking or anything like that. It's just, I don't see the point in that. I want my mascaras to look well. I'm not going to keep wearing one that isn't doing anything for me lash wise and is causing a mess. Just not going to happen. Next up is my lip liner. So I am bringing in the Wet n Wild gel lip liner. So this was also in my Project 10, is in my Project 10 uses. The colour is Never Petal Down. Wet n Wild love their little puns, don't they? So yeah, so look, there isn't a ton of product. But again, it's not cruelty free. I need to use it up and get it out of my collection. Nice easy colour to wear, nice formula. So I'm happy to work on this one next and hopefully get another lip liner out of my collection. Don't know that it'll be finished by next month, but I'd say it'll be close enough. So we'll see how we go. And we have the Essence Superlast 24-Hour Eyebrow Pomade Pencil. So this is my lash pencil that is coming in, and this is how much product we have. So a nice bit of product now for a lash pencil, although like I've already said, my lashes are sparse to say the least, so I do go through these fairly quickly. Now this is a thicker formula than the Max Factor one. When they say pomade, I get where they're coming from, because there's more to it than a pencil, if that makes any sense. There's definitely, I don't know, it leaves more in the brow and the brow area than a pencil does. So yeah, I'm happy to use that. I thought the shade might be a bit off, but it seems to be working okay. But I do use a brow powder as well, just to kind of help with the filling in and that. But yeah, that'll be my brow pencil. And then the last is actually a trio of products. They are by John Frieda, and we have the shampoo, the conditioner, and the mousse. So the reason I'm bringing in all three of these is because hairdressers are closed in Ireland at the moment, and I don't know if you can see. Not too bad today, because I did use dry shampoo that is a tinted one. There is greys coming through, so I thought now is the time to see if these actually work or not. They claim that they gradually blend away first greys into brunette tones with coffee extract and grey blend technology. So I thought, you know what, let's try it out and see. So I thought it was the perfect time, because I needed three products to bring in, and they should be used in conjunction with each other to really see if they work. I don't see the point in using one without the other and kind of saying, oh, it doesn't work. Let's give all three of them together a go and see what happens. So I needed a shampoo because the other one was finished. This conditioner I don't actually put through the ends of my hair. I actually only put it in literally just to kind of here. So just the top half, and then my Pantene one will go in the bottom half of the hair. And then you put this in when you're blow drying the hair. Now the only problem is, and the reason I know this is because I have tried them out once or twice just to make sure that I did like them. Oh, the scent is disgusting. It's just, I'm not usually one for people adding fragrance, but come on lads, could you not have put something into these to make them smell just a little bit better than, yeah. Not a fan of the smell, but look, if they work, I don't care. I will persevere and push through. It's fine. But if they don't work, they'll just, I don't know why, because what's the point if they don't work? So yeah, so that is it. That is everything that is coming in to replace my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 empties. I'm really happy with that. That's 7 empties in my first month, so I'm thrilled. So my camera cut me off. Obviously I've been talking for too long, so I'm just coming back in just to say, how did you get on this month? What did you finish? Let me know down below. Did you finish up any products? Did you make more progress than you thought? Did you make less progress than you thought? How did it go for you in your first month of panning this year? Please let me know, because I'm so excited to know how everyone else is done, and binge watching all the videos and just thoroughly enjoying them and feeling motivated and inspired by them. So please let me know down below. How did you use your products up? Did you find any tips or tricks in the month that kind of helped you to use products in a different way that maybe I hadn't thought of? Let me know, because those are so invaluable. I love those kind of tips from other YouTubers and stuff like that, and panners, as to how they, thought of a different way to use up a product. So that is it. Thank you so much for sticking with me, if you did till the end. Fair play to you. And I will hopefully see you in the next one. I'd love if you would like and subscribe. It would mean so much to me. Honest to God, I would love it. Please, thank you. Without sounding like I'm begging. But yeah, and again, let me know down below how you're getting on, because I truly would love to know. And this is a big part of why I'm doing this channel, is because I want to chat with other people that are like-minded. So yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Slán.